Hey everyone, thanks for watching here on YouTube. If you like, doing these little silly commander interviews and stuff, if you like our vlogs or deck text and all that kind of stuff, you can help us by, of course, hitting subscribe down below. You can also, leaving comments on the videos is always helpful and nice to see. But also, if you want to go directly and help out, it's patreon.com/commandersbrew. That's the place to go where you can actually donate directly to the show, help us make this, help us keep this rolling. And you can actually get in on our Discord, help us brew our decks and that sort of stuff. And also, there's other perks as well. So check us out, patreon.com/commandersbrew. Thanks to all of our patrons, of course, who are helping us make these during this rough time that the world's going through. So we're able to do it because of you guys. Thanks so much. Here we are, and I'm very, very excited to today talk to now what he does for a living is he does reenactments of the Akroan War. Mr. Farb, is that right?
Archie Farb.
Right, Archie Farb. Thank you so much for being here on Commander's Brew. I can't wait to learn all about the Akroan War.
I'm happy to give you the point of view perspective of what it was like to live through the Akroan War. As someone who does reenactments, I can give you the play-by-play of the exact position I am in when we reenact the Akroan War.
Okay, so great. So let's, why don't we start out with sort of telling us the role that when you do the reenactments,
Yes.
what is the part that you play in the Akroan War?
Okay, so there was a very important battle at one point that happened near the Epidavros Hill, which is just outside of Akros, and I play a rock on that hill. So my role is to sit there so still and be the perfect rock while the soldiers run past on their way to fight the most exciting battle just deep in the chasm that is just out of my view.
Okay, so wait a sec. So you
Let me tell you how my day starts. I wake up before the sun rises, and I put on my gray makeup, and I've created a foam costume so I look like the perfect rock near the Epidavros Hill, and I lay there, just as the rock once did in the original Akroan War.
You play a rock in the reenactment
Yes.
of the war reenactment?
Yes, I'm relatively new to the reenactment, so I'm working my way up. The new maybe next year I get to be a shield.
Okay. How would you be a shield? Would someone actually physically hold you if that happened?
Yes. Have you ever seen that movie with Christian Bale where he went down to like 80 pounds?
The machinist?
The machinist. Yeah, I have to do that to be a shield.
Well, much like Christian Bale. That's quite a physical toll that would take on your body, I can imagine.
Us reenactors, we are dedicated to the craft, Andy. It's an art form that some say you're born into it. You don't choose it. It chooses you.
Yeah, I can see. You must be, have to be pretty dedicated to play a rock. How long do the reenactments?
It is hot.
How long do the reenactments last?
Well, we do a bit of a compressed timeline. As you know, the original Akroan War was 130 years.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, we can't do it that long, so I'm probably in that suit for 2 solid weeks.
Oh, so you crunch it down to a cool 2 weeks.
A cool 2 weeks.
Oh man. Wow, that is intense. So do you sleep out there? Is that the whole thing that goes on?
I do doze off from time to time, but I try to stay up as much as possible.
Wow, wow. Okay, so, what are some of the major parts of the Akroan War? Like, you'll have to forgive me. I actually, aside from knowing, Akros, right? Is that that's what we're talking about? And then like knowing some of the gods, the major players from Magic cards. Actually, I'm not really familiar with the story of the war itself. So, like what are the major parts that, like, I guess you get to view as a rock?
Sure. Okay. So as I said, we compress it down to 2 weeks. So for the first 9 days, there's nothing happening near me, right? It's all happening elsewhere. But then for one group of soldiers runs past me down into a chasm, and one of the most important battles of the Akroan War happens there, out of my field of view.
So you don't see anything except these guys running past you?
Yes, what they are going to do is to warn the general that the enemy army is coming, and he has a chance to assemble the Akroan army just in time for a fierce battle. Oh, they say to see it is a spectacle unlike any other.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
You didn't even see it?
It is just deep in the chasm. It's just outside
but I mean, like,
my
before
view.
you were a rock in the reenactment, did you ever see it yourself? Like, did you ever go watch?
You mean, was I ever one of the actual soldiers?
No.
I don't think so.
No. Were you like? I assume that you reenact this for, obviously for yourselves,
Yes.
but also
For
for
the
spectators.
history.
Are there no spectators? Does no one come watch? You don't get buses of school kids like to watch the reenactments.
Oh, way too violent for school kids.
Okay,
way
well
too
maybe
violent.
like I don't know, college kids or just other interested people.
Well, college kids usually are interested in, having relationships and dating, so they're not really into historical reenactments.
I'm
the way
guessing
we
that's
are.
not something you're super interested in.
No, I mean nobody except everyone who's interested is in it.
Is in it. Yeah. How many rocks are there in the reenactment?
Hundreds.
There's hundreds of people just lying
Hundreds.
around the battlefield.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm not gonna say I'm not. We're all a team. We have like this doesn't work if all of us are not doing our parts perfectly.
Sure.
But I gotta say, I'm easily the best rock.
Wow. Okay. I'm happy for you. So I did kind of want to get into some of the like details of the actual war. I'd like to learn about it, and I'd like our
Okay.
listeners to learn a little bit about it.
Sure.
So, okay. What do you think was the turning point in the Akroan War? Like, talk to us about like where that happened.
Oh, it was probably the fall of Ikaros.
Oh, okay. I'm really glad you didn't just say it was when those guys ran by you and had that battle where you couldn't see it.
Oh no, I'm nowhere near the important stuff.
Okay. So, where does that moment, I guess, rank in importance in the war then? The moment that you just miss it. Like, where's that?
Well, for me, it's the most important.
Okay, so for you, it is the most important. Would you say?
Yes, because
okay.
that's sort of my region. But we reenact this over an area of about 30 miles squared, and we use different natural kind of landscapes. So there's like hills and chasms and rivers and beaches, and so that it all is accurate for the thing. We can't go to the actual places, like how we compress the time. We compress the geography as well.
Okay.
But so it's mostly just me sitting there in a rock trying not to doze off.
And you find that pretty exciting.
Andy, I am a part of living history.
Hey, man.
It is when I am in my costume as the Rock, I feel like I am a rock.
That's what I was gonna
feel like I'm part of history.
I was about to ask, like, what's the costume like? Is it a hard kind of like a paper mache thing? Is it just like clothes that make you look like a rock?
Spray painted Bristol board.
It's just spray painted Bristol board. Like, it's just a standee of a rock, kind of. It's
Like I crumple it up and uncrumple it a lot to give it that
Okay.
crumply rock shape, and then I spray paint it with a few different coats to give it a little bit of natural sparkle, like there's like some minerals in there.
That's great. Well, I gotta say, I admire your passion for what it is that you do, and I certainly can't fault you for that, even if it does sound like it doesn't really matter that you're there. It's I gotta say, it kind of sounds like that.
But are you suggesting that this rock had no like if this rock wasn't there, the war would have played out exactly the same?
I do think that, and I also think that like maybe like how does anyone even know that rock was there? It was just some rock, like anything could have brought that rock there. That rock could have, that rock might not have been there back then. So what are you reenacting, really? I
When
didn't
am I
mean to
reenacting?
give you. I didn't mean to break your brain with that. I didn't mean to sort of. No, it's that rock probably was there. It was probably there. It probably was there, right? Like rocks don't just move on their own or whatever. Like maybe it was
No, they
part of a
don't. Rocks
building.
are rocks are there for like thousands of years.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, but I mean, sometimes you could, like, it could have been from like a building or something that was knocked down or something. Like you don't know really, but I mean, it probably was there. It probably was one of those, natural sort of boulders that stayed there or something.
Okay. Well, maybe what I'm doing right now doesn't matter. But when I'm a shield, when I
That's right.
drop
You're gonna
down
move
to
up.
80
Yes,
pounds,
that's right.
and I'm a shield, we know there were shields.
We know for sure there were shields. I mean, currently,
They're in museums.
How many actors are playing the parts of shields right now? That's another question.
One per person playing a soldier.
Oh, so like literally. Okay, wow. So there's a lot
we do
of
the
opportunity
phalanx maneuver.
there. Wow. So you are blocked. Do you get the tar poured on you and everything? Anyways, it
The
seems
tar
like a
is
lot.
people.
The tar. It seems like you need a prop master in this thing. It seems like you could use a person to just get some materials and make some.
I
props.
mean, if you'd like to volunteer, we could use the hands.
I do
we
not
are
have the time
strapped.
for that, it just sounds like I just could never. But I do love the passion again, Mr. Farb. Thank you very much for being here. We didn't really learn too much about the Akroan War, but we did learn that there's a part where some soldiers run by and they get into some sort of scuffle in a chasm below. So.
Just outside my field of vision.
Just outside of it, yeah. Hopefully you'll get to see that one day as a shield.
Yes.
Well, thanks so much for being here, and come back. We'll interview you again when you're a shield. How's that?
Ooh, can't wait.
Love to have you back.
If I have the strength to get to a microphone.
It's gonna be tough. You're gonna be a frail, paper thin wafer of a man. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you love what we're doing, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/commandersbrew.
And if you want to get any of the cards from our deck list, go to our TCGplayer affiliate link below.
That helps us out too, and for a free way to help us out, consider sharing the show with some friends. Like and subscribe, add a comment or two.
See you later.
Bye.